Prayer. Isaiah 65 verse 24. It shall come to pass that before they call, I will answer, and while they're speaking, I will hear. We find ourselves in an era where advanced communication methods connect us with individuals worldwide effortlessly, whether through SMS, phone calls, emails, or social media. The typical process involves sending a message or making a call and then waiting for the recipient's response. Imagine a scenario where, while composing a text message or email, or even preparing to call a friend, the friend initiates contact with a perfect response. It's as if you both share the same wavelength, almost as though they could perceive your thoughts even when separated by thousands of miles. The Bible passage in Isaiah gives us comfort knowing that before we call out to God, He will answer, and while we're speaking, He will hear. Wow, this is an awesome promise. God, who is all knowing, all powerful, and ever present, is able to know what we need and respond even before we utter the words. We see countless examples of these from the Bible. Here are just a few. In Exodus 2:23-25, the Bible records that God heard the groanings and the cries of the children of Israel and acknowledged them. In the same light, Daniel, while praying in Daniel 9, verse 20-23, Angel Gabriel was sent to bring Daniel the answer to his prayers. Furthermore, in Matthew 8, verse 5-13, when the centurion approached Jesus, seeking healing for his paralyzed and tormented servant at home, he exhibited remarkable faith in his plea. Specifically in verse 8, the centurion confidently asked Jesus to simply utter a word, believing that it would result in his servant's healing. The subsequent verse 13 reveals that the servant was indeed healed precisely at the moment when Jesus instructed the centurion to go, affirming that the healing had taken place. Similar to a vigilant mother or father attuned to the subtle sounds of their babies, able to discern the faintest murmurs and distinguish between the various types of cries, whether signaling a need for a nap or hunger, God too hears and comprehends all our needs. Prayer serves as a means of communicating with God, and it stands as the exclusive avenue through which reality can be transformed, whether articulated verbally or held as silent thoughts originating from the depths of our hearts and echoing in our minds. All forms of prayer are open and accessible to God. The psalmist knew this all too well and expressed in Psalms 19, verse 14, "Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my strength and my Redeemer." What are you waiting for? Begin to pray for others and for your individual needs, and watch as God hears and answers them as long as they're in line with His will. Thank you for listening.